Are you moist? Wet? Condensating? Have you been humected? Or are you sparging everywhere? Sounds like you need a dehumidifier. And that is where we're going to be helping you out in this video. So for the next 5 to 10 minutes, stick around because we've got a lot to tell you about a brand new for the 2024 dehumidifier by Honeywell. Now, Honeywell have decided to give one of their more popular dehumidifiers, their TP Fit, a new big brother. But what is it? Well, originally the TP Fit was a 12-litre dehumidifier, but they've upscaled it to now be a 20-litre or even a 30-litre dehumidifier, which is massive. As I mentioned, this is brand new for 2024 and is available right now on our website, so head on over to airconcentre.co.uk and grab yourself one. But here it is, the brand spanking new TP Fit. This one in particular is the 30-litre, but the 20-litre has the exact same form factor, and of course, there's also the 12-litre still available, but this is the 30-litre, which means it can extract up to 30 litres of water every single day. Now you may be wondering where a 30-litre dehumidifier is going to be useful, because that is a big and powerful dehumidifier. There's not actually many that go all the way up to 30, so it's probably one of the biggest capacity on the market. This is more than enough to be able to dehumidify a 4 or 5 bedroom house by itself comfortably. So what are the features of this dehumidifier? Well, let's get straight on that. And one of its biggest features is its one-touch laundry mode, which basically means laundry mode is there at the touch of a button. But what is laundry mode? Well, laundry mode is a setting within the dehumidifier which is optimized to help dry laundry quicker. And the way in which it does that, which I've explained a couple of times if you've seen any of the previous videos, it will suck in the moistened air from around or your actual clothes themselves, dry it and fire it out. But in these circumstances, you can actually use the air which comes out of it to also help dry the laundry, which is why it has specific modes to do so. And it speeds up the drying of the laundry. Perfect if you don't have a tumble dryer, or if you don't want to spend the money for a tumble dryer, which nicely leads me on to the next part, is that they're very, very cheap to run. This 30-litre running at about 410 watts, with the 20-litre running at around 350. To put that into perspective, a tumble dryer will run anywhere between 1500 watts all the way up to 5000 watts, or 1.5 kilowatts up to 5 kilowatts. Making these somewhere in the region between 4 to 14 times cheaper, depending on what tumble dryer you might have to run to help dry your clothes. Now, obviously, they take longer to do using a dehumidifier, but if you can't put them outside or you don't have the space to put them anywhere else, it's a perfect way to getting it done. Not to mention, it's also dehumidifying the room at the same time. So it's doing more than just drying your laundry, but it's just a cost-effective, cheaper version of drying your laundry instead of using a tumble dryer. Other features this comes with is a low temperature mode, which means if it's particularly cold in your house or you're not in your house and you haven't got the heating on, it will keep itself from freezing effectively. It's a little bit like your central heating will do something similar. If it gets to lower than, let's say, 5 degrees, it'll come on just to ensure that it doesn't freeze. This has the same thing. Also has a comfort mode built in, which will automatically adjust the dehumidification rate for you. So you can set it at a rough spectrum, somewhere between 50 and 55% is usually the preferred amount, and you can set it to comfort mode and it will tweak that as required within the room, which is great. It means you ain't gotta get up. We have a washable filter on the back here, which comes straight on off. You can just wash that under a tap, give it a quick wipe down. You should definitely be doing this on a regular basis. We tend to recommend, if you see any dust buildup on it, to give it a wash before you use it. It just means that your machine will be running at optimal capacity and optimal working for as long as humanly possible. The water tank on the front, which is detachable, will hold 3.4 litres of water, which again, it's a lot of water, but it does have a full indicator as well. So if it does get full, your unit will beep at you and it will stop extracting any of the water until you've emptied it. So you haven't got to worry about it overflowing. Just keep an ear out. If it does get full, just go and empty it, pop it back in again, and it'll carry on. An alternative to that is it does have a continuous drainage mode, and it comes with a tube. In order for you to do that, all you need to do, back to the back again, unscrew this bit, this will come straight off, and you pop the hose in here. Once the hose is in there, give it a nice good push. You can trail that off into a larger bucket, something like that, and that will drip the water out of there instead of into here. Just means you've not got to look at it, you just let it do its thing for as long as you need to. And as a bonus feature, there we go. This is also a musical instrument. So pretty. Has some lovely quality of life and eco-friendly features to this as well. It uses the R290 refrigerant inside of this, which means it won't do any damage to the ozone layer, let that keep repairing itself. It's designed with comfort in mind as well, with its digital controls on the top here, and its energy saving timers as well, which is basically you can set it to run for X amount of time, and it will shut off once that time is gone, not wasting any energy. It has a nice auto restart functionality too, so if the power goes out and the power comes back on again, it will turn itself back on again and continue where it left off. Nothing worse than when the power goes off and you have to go around your house and reset all the clocks and everything like that. This thing will just pick up where it left off. And finally, it's nice and quiet when you're running it. It runs between 40 and 46 decibels, which again is roughly around the sort of noise level of a fridge, which is nice and quiet, which means you don't have to worry too much about it disturbing you. You'll be able to use this in your room if you want to when you're trying to sleep, but a nice quiet running unit.
Not quite finally.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. As just mentioned by Mr. Cameraman there, thank you sir, not quite finally, because it does in fact also have a carry handle here, which is great. Oh, and also a little thing you can hold your wiring with. There you have it. The new to 2024 TP-Fit's older brother, bigger brothers or sisters, siblings, the 20 litre and the 30 litre TP-Fits. Again, available right now. If you're interested in getting one of these, if you really like the TP-Fit, but you could do with one with a bit more capacity, here it is. Head to our website, airconcentre.co.uk, type in TP-Fit, find it, grab it, sorted. The link is in the description below for your ease, because we're just so kind. And of course, if this video was helpful and informative for you, give us a like rating. Ask us any questions in the comments. Do you have a TP-Fit? Will you be buying one? Do you need a dehumidifier? Pop them all in the comments below and we'll do our best to help you out. And don't forget, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. I'm taking this one too. I have so many of these now. I should really, I don't know, get a storage unit or something. Bye-bye!